Hello to anybody who's watching this. I'm Jarkko and welcome to my MyVinylBar special. Last week a fellow Finnish VC member Pasi sent me a little VCLT package, so now it's time to open it. Let's see what's inside the package. This time this package should contain just 2 singles. And here's the first one, The Police and Spirits in the Material World, packed with Low Life, not available on any albums. Nice addition to my Police singles collection. And Keno lottery tickets, an empty one, nice. And here's the other Police single, Invisible Sun, packed with is it Chamel? Yes, Chamel. And I have to admit that I'm not familiar with any of these songs, but that doesn't matter. Every VCLT deserves a special place in my collection. So that was the VCLT part. And now the record fair part. About 2 weeks ago, May the 14th, that was Saturday, there was a record fair in town and I scored some excellent 7-inch singles, and now I would like to share them with you. So if you like heavy stuff, I thought to start to show you some heavy stuff. And I was surprised when I saw this, Neon Nights by Black Sabbath. And needless to say, I've been hoping to find this for decades. And this one has Children of the Sea on the B-side, live version, and UK pressing. But oh boy, I was glad when I found that. And then the ultimate classic from the 80s, We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister. Damn, this has been a tough one to find. And the kids are back, live version on the B side. So something extra there also. And talking about Twisted Sister, I finally managed to get this You Can't Stop Rock and Roll on vinyl after all these years. And I think I've had this one on original cassette since 1985, but for some reason it really took me this long to finally get this. And this is German pressing with printed inner sleeve. nice little album, don't you think? And then I find an original Iron Maiden single, Be Quick or Be Dead, and this one is from 1992 EEC pressing, backed with Nodding Donkey Blues. And I really like this song. And talking about Iron Maiden, I managed to find Somewhere in Time LP, and this one was a Dutch pressing, and as you can probably see, this one still has its original shrink wrap on it. Of course it comes with lovely clover printed in a sleeve. And actually Somewhere in Time was the second ever CD that I bought back in November 1986, on a week when it was released. And back then I also bought this Iron Maiden Traveling in Time magazine, some specials. I still have this in mint condition. What a great pair. And one more LP which doesn't have anything to do with the record fair. Finally, last Friday I managed to get this, the North American version, so to speak, Hellbent for Leather by Judas Priest. And here in Europe this album is called Killing Machine. This American version, this one is printed in Canada. And this version has green Mona Lisa with 2 pro crown, and the European version doesn't have it. So first time ever is always a nice find. Okay, let's continue with the record fair findings. And another 80s classic. And this time I managed to find this with the Rocky 3 cover. Previously I already had 2 different cover variations of this. So Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. And this one is UK pressing. So now I don't have to look for this one. And it's always nice to find an Aerosmith single, and one of their best songs as far as I'm concerned, Dude Looks Like a Lady. And on the B side there's Simoria, but this single is US pressing from 1987. And how about this? Billy Idol. And one of one of his most essential songs, White Wedding, parts 1 and 2, Shotgun Mix, and on the B-side, Mega Idol Mix, Flash for Fantasy / Hot into CD. The B-side is pretty much useless, but luckily the White Wedding version is spot on. Because this is from his Vital Idol album, which contains some remixes, and not always remixes are a good thing. Then another USA pressing, and this one doesn't have a picture sleeve, but Skid Row and their heavy ballad 18 and Live. Hoping to find this one for a very long time too. Back with Midnight / Tornado. And then a little bit lighter stuff. And it's very rare occasion when I find a Stray Cats singer, but this time I managed to find one. Bring It Back Again, backed with Runaway Boys live version. And this one is from 1989, and it's a easy pressing, but really good song, and actually the whole album is bloody good. Oh, and a Rainbow single. You don't see, or I don't see them every year, should I say. This one is from 1983, Street of Dreams. Lovely song and great instrumental. Anybody there on the B-side. German pressing. Both songs are from the Bent Out of Shape album. Nice one. And then I found 3 Pet Shop Boys singles. And this one is It's a Sin, backed with You Know Where You Went Wrong. UK pressing from 1987. One of their best known songs. And this was kind of blind by Pet Shop Boys and It's Alright, because I didn't remember whether this was a good song or not, but I decided to get it anyway, and turned out to be that it was a good song. So this one is from 1989 UK pressing, and one of the crowd on the B-side. And Pet Shop Boys with Dusty Springfield. What have I done to deserve this? And German pressing from 1987, backed with A New Life. And look at this. Bruce Springsteen single, Dancing in the Dark. I've been trying to find all the Born in the USA singles for many years, and this one is the third that I have managed to find. And this one has a non-album track on the B-side, and that's Pink Cadillac. And another UK pressing, and this one is from 1984. And I only know 2 songs from Tanita Tikaram, and this is the other one. And I have to admit that I didn't remember whether I already had this single or not. Good tradition. And because this wasn't expensive, I bought it just in case. And Valentine Heart on the B-side, and German pressing from 1988. And another one that I didn't remember whether I already had it or not, but Madonna's Papa Don't Preach, and UK pressing from 1986, and Ain't No Big Deal on the B-side, and that's a non-album track, but I'm not quite sure what it is. It might be some early Madonna stuff, but I think I have to do some more digging about it to find the right info. And then Banana Rama single, and I actually collect Banana Rama singles whenever I see them. And another case that I wasn't sure whether I already had this or not, and turned out to be I had this, but luckily it was a different pressing, and this one is a UK pressing from 1989 from the compilation album, and Venus, the greatest remix on B-side. And I found AC/DC's Thunderstruck single. Unfortunately, the single itself was in pretty much in unlistenable condition, but at least it came with this picture sleeve, and I already had a 7-inch single of Thunderstruck, but it didn't have a picture sleeve, so now I have a complete copy of Thunderstruck 7-inch single, though as you can see the cover could be in better condition, but sometimes that's better than nothing. And this is a German pressing from 1990, and Fire Your Guns on the B-side. And a ZZ Top single, and the cover version of Viva Las Vegas, edited version, 2000 Blues on the B-side. But unfortunately this one didn't come with the sticker. But nevertheless, a German pressing from 1992. And this time a German pressing has this UK kind of little spindle hole. But this one really has a lovely artwork, don't you think? And it reminds me how lovely it is to collect 7-inch single. Their artwork is part of the charm. And a 90s techno single. You don't see them too often, but you might remember Hathaway and his biggest hit, What is Love? And this one is the other song that I know and I like from him. And this one is called Live. Radio edit version on the A side and instrumental on the B side. And this one is from 1993, a German pressing. And around 1993, 7-inch singles started slowly to disappear, though they didn't disappear completely. And this one is another great finding. Why? Because this is one of those Levi's TV ad singles. Remember them from the late 80s and early 90s. Because those Levi's TV ads had some song, and then that song usually became some kind of hit. And this one is from Bad Company, and they Can't Get Enough. I always liked the song. And this one is German pressing from 1990. And hard to believe, but Can't Get Enough was just about 5 years old song when this Levi's version was released. And Bad Company song on the B side. And then the last one, and it happens to be Genesis singles. Some of these plastic bags are really tight. Okay, Genesis, I Can't Dance. On the Shoreline is the song on the B side. UK pressing from 1992. And this single kinda completes my We Can Dance trilogy, as I call it. As you remember, 3 singles, or 3 specific singles released from this album. I Can Dance was one of them, and Jesus He Knows was another one, and No Song of Mine was the third one. So basically it took me, because this is from 1992, so it took me 30 years to find this single. And I bought those No Son of Mine and Jesus He Knows Me singles when they were released, but for some reason I didn't get this. Don't remember the exact details, but but talking about Levi's at commercial TV commercials, in this video I can dance. Genesis kinda makes fun of those Levi's commercials, so nice. And that's about it. Oh dear, about 26-minute long video, but hope you liked it, and if you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. And maybe we'll see someday. Until then, cheers!